Today, we're deep diving into the world of pizza, but not your usual margherita or pepperoni. We've hunted down 4 pizzas from around the world that are totally wild, totally unexpected, and are absolutely gonna blow your mind.
I thought I'd seen most pizzas, and it turns out I probably haven't, so I'm buzzing.
Are we going to upset any Italians today?
Boys, given the last
No comment.
chat in the... Well, boys, given the chat in the last couple of minutes, we're going to turn this into a game to see actually if you can guess where from in the world these pizzas come from. So, lift the cloche on number 1.
That looks pizzery.
Wow. So it does look pizzery. Feels like a pizza dough, but quite a crispy one.
Yeah. A lot of onion and olive from what I can see.
So, boys, this is focaccia. It comes from the Italian name for the word focaccia, but this is a unique version of pizza from a certain country.
I thought you were going to slip.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. Oh,
So what are you getting?
very sweet onions. Delicious.
I knew that was going to be good.
Really crispy outside and bottom, but very, very soft.
So yeah, what you
Dough
should,
in the middle.
Because of the onions, I guess.
so what you should get is a thick, chewy dough, loads and loads of caramelised onions. I think Kush said he put about a kilo of onions on top of that pizza. Oregano, sometimes cheese, definitely no tomato. Cooked in a pan with a generous amount of olive oil. That's what's giving you that golden, crispy base.
Does it go in the oven?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
When I was
Pretty
sent
impressive.
the filming schedule for today at 11:30 last night,
Are we giving away too many trade secrets about how last minute everything is?
What's the name again?
So what we've given you there is the original focaccia, but there is a slightly different version called a fugazzetta, which has 2 discs of dough before the onions, and in between the discs of dough, there's lots of cheese.
like a sandwich, like a pizza sandwich.
Yeah, with the onions on top still. Now what I can tell you is that the country where this pizza comes from has the most pizzerias per inhabitant in the world.
What?
And the city within that country of where the pizza was invented has the highest consumption of pizza of any city in the world.
Is it?
Are we looking at
Mike, is
the
this gonna be
migration of
Italy?
Italians?
Yeah, or are we just looking at Italy?
Italy, it could
and
well
they've
be.
absolutely done us.
It is said that this comes from the world capital of pizza.
It's a bold claim and controversial.
I'm going to say again, this is wonderful. Like,
You're having a great
outdone
time.
himself.
Do you think you've got an idea? I've got one of 2 places.
All the information he's given me is just throwing me off. Okay.
I'm going to look so stupid. Okay.
Turn around your boards in 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes, yeah.
USA.
Italy.
Ah, were you thinking?
Yeah,
And I
wanted
was
to see.
thinking.
Mike, 5,216 miles away.
Sounds about the distance from Europe to the USA.
Yes, it does.
James, 6,928 miles away. This is from Argentina, specifically Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires has more pizzerias per capita than anywhere else in the world.
Argentina has more pizzerias per inhabitant than anywhere else in the world.
Buenos Aires is the pizza world capital.
They eat more pizza in Buenos Aires than any other city in the world. And it's because of Italian immigrants heading over to Argentina in the late 19th and early 20th centuries.
Amazing.
And they had a massive influence on Argentinian cuisine.
I had no idea. Followed up with the fact that that is delicious.
It's great.
Albeit
Yeah. It
peppered
feels
with olives.
very Italian. Like,
And I get a point.
So you get a point. You could have got 3 points if you got it bang on, but you
chance.
didn't. So 1 point to Mike. It's also often eaten cold the next day. It's one of the favourite ways
I reckon
to
that would
eat it.
taste banging cold.
Different recipes suggest different things. Some pretty much raw onions. These ones are a bit more sweated down. So yeah, a few different ways of making it. But seeing as I came up with some puns before we turned it into a game, I just want to know, boys, is this a focaccia or a focaccia?
Are you sure you want to do the puns?
They might get better.
Focaccia.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
let's move on to round 2. Pizza number 2, boys. Lift the cloche.
Oh,
That's cool.
wasn't expecting that, but very happy to be seeing
What a
it.
great video this is.
This is superb. Wow, it is oily.
heavy. Wait, is that just a slice of
Shouting.
pizza that's been deep fried? Scotland.
Please. God, that is only just. It is!
It is!
That is a deep fried slice of pizza.
So yes, boys, this is deep fried pizza, otherwise known as pizza crunch. It's an absolute classic, and it is exactly as it sounds. It's a slice of pizza that has been battered and deep fried.
Is it just a standard sort of flour batter?
Different places will use different batters. I imagine you might get a beer batter, for instance, or just a standard batter.
It smells.
A dredge would be good, wouldn't it?
Oh, a dredge would be great. I wasn't saying
chicken
sniff,
fried
I was going to
pizza. I
choose
don't
you, but I'm sure it smells
I
the
really
same
like.
as yours.
I don't know if the camera picked it up, but I really like your sniff earlier. You're like,
I went along because there's different ingredients along different parts, you know. I want to make a. It's like a cigar.
yeah, that's exactly what it reminded me.
Oh yeah, Cuba.
Cheers, buddy. Cuba.
So lots of reviews say that you get a crunchy outside, you get the gooey cheese in the middle. It's indulgent, greasy, and utterly delicious, is what people have said.
I want to ask Kush if that's a frozen pizza.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because this is generally made with leftover pizza. I don't know what that is, but
Okay,
apparently
sure.
it's a thing. Or pre-made pizza bases or pre-made pizzas.
That makes sense.
Well, it's completely unnecessary,
Yeah, that is so annoying.
but I really like it. It's not crispy. It's added another textured layer. It's kind of crispy-ish on the very surface, but
Yeah.
then it's that sort of stodgy, like soft.
So a bit like when
Almost
you get fish and
doughy.
chips. You get
Yeah.
fish and chips,
It's
you get
that.
the outside crisp, then you get the bit that's touched the fishes and a bit wetter.
It's like a pizza on top of one another with crispy layers top and bottom. You're
pretty-
struggling with that, aren't you?
It's pretty heavy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny
Very
you should say
greasy.
that because they reckon a single serving can top about 1,200 calories.
Oh my gosh.
But
What's a serving?
I mean, let's be honest, if you're ordering deep fried pizza,
You're
who's
not
counting
worried.
calories?
I think it would be better with pepperoni.
Stuffed crust.
It needs something like spicy or tangy. This is
cut through. It's too
Yeah, there's not
fatty.
enough going on. I think this is like tomato, margarita, maybe some pesto in it.
Well, supposedly this was created in the 70s and 80s and was more of a why not moment than a why.
Okay.
And it's a staple of the places where this gets sold, in the country that it gets sold in, and is seen as kind of the ultimate indulgent guilty pleasure.
You've got to guess.
Got this.
If this was the UK, we must have heard of it. You know, there's some loopy stuff going on in the north of England.
What, like a Wigan slappy?
Like a Wigan slappy.
Yeah,
And I
or a
don't mean
palm.
loopy even in the negative context. I mean, fantastic. Put a pie in a buttered roll, I'm all for it. That's fantastic.
Okay, boys, I want you to reveal your answers in 3, 2, 1.
Scotland.
Scotland.
Scotland. You said it earlier and I can't get it out of my head because
Yeah, I shouldn't have said it really, but
you lot love deep frying
You lot.
stuff.
Stuff.
Mars bars.
Boys, I could walk over to Ed and we could drag this out, but of course it's Scotland.
Oh, yes! Okay, thank
Where
goodness.
else was it going to be? So yeah, supposedly invented in the 70s and 80s in chip shops. Asked as a question of, well, why not? We've got some leftover pizza. We've got some batter that would be usually used for the fish and chips or the Mars bars. Why don't we put some pizzas in there?
it's kind of the Scottish equivalent of an almond croissant. Isn't it?
So yeah, in
amazing.
a number of places in Scotland, it sits proudly on the menu next to deep fried Mars bars. I mean, we have things like spam fritters in England and pineapple fritters, and essentially it is just making use of the batter.
Glad
Okay,
I
boys,
enjoyed
well, the
it.
deep fried pizza or pizza crunch, is it better than expected or a deep fried disaster?
That's a very black and white question. But
That's quite tricky, isn't it?
I'd go towards a deep fried disaster.
I think I surprisingly enjoyed it more than I thought I would on paper. So I'm going to say battered than expected.
Well, boys, you both got top marks for that round, but Mike is still in the lead at 4-3 as we go into round 3. On to number 3, and bread is going out the window. Lift the cloche.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool. That is very cool.
I love this already.
Boys, this is a rice paper pizza, super light variant using rice paper as the base instead of traditional dough. It's made by grilling rice paper sheets until crisp, then topping them with everything from egg, pork, spring onion to hot sauce, mayo, cheese, tons of different varieties.
What is that?
What's the loft insulation on it?
That's pork floss.
Pork floss.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. It clumps together like eating candy floss or cotton candy. And when it clumps together, it's not sweet. It tastes like pork.
That's pretty cool.
Tastes like bacon.
So dig in, it can be sliced like a pizza, or more traditionally, it's actually folded for a portable on-the-go snack.
Do you fold one side over to the other, or just meat in the middle?
Yeah, go.
Oh,
Go on.
I thought that was going to
Go on,
snap
commit to it.
for both of us. Yeah, there you go.
Now looks like you've made a rice paper calzone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is going to be amazing, you know it.
That's very good.
I love that.
So this dish is believed to have been created in some cool highlands where locals needed warm, crispy snacks during cold nights. It's now the go-to snack outside schools, universities, and night markets. And actually, in the night markets, the street vendors make it on tiny charcoal grills with a fan to keep the coals hot. And apparently it's the smell that's completely addictive, and as you're walking past, it's incredibly difficult to carry on walking past.
That has so many
Really
interesting
delicious.
textures because the rice layer has an initial crunch, but then instantly becomes sort of soft and almost chewy. Really, really nice. But then the pork floss, as you said, you bite it, and as it comes together in your mouth, it clumps together.
Yeah, it rehydrates.
And rehydrates, yeah. And then you're hit with sort of a porky flavour. And then those dried mini shrimp are so punchy with fishiness, but like a dried fishiness, which works so well with the mayo and the sriracha.
I like that you can taste everything.
Yeah, you
Like,
really can.
everything in that is doing a job. Nothing, like you can pick out all the different flavors. Like you can get mayo, you get sriracha, you get the pork floss, you get the shrimp playing with the pork. It's super tasty.
And there's no set rules for the toppings. Some popular toppings that we found include laughing cow cheese, sausages, and noodles, or noodle crumbs. My question to you guys is, does it fit your definition of a pizza?
Please don't make us define a pizza on
Oh,
camera.
yeah.
That's just cruel.
He's forcing us to rage bait our audience.
I know, it's just not nice. It is toppings on a base.
If someone told me that's pizza in a video like this, I'd be far more accepting because I'd be open-minded. If I surprised someone by saying, I've made you an amazing pizza, and then gave them that, I would feel like I would be pushing the definition because of their expectations.
Yeah. Okay, well, now seems like a good time to write down where you think in the world this might...
Mate, we've
I
had
feel like
zero
you haven't
clues.
given us a lot of information on this.
Come on,
I feel like there's been a lot of clues.
there's been nothing.
You could add laughing cow cheese, sausage, noodle crumbs. That's some popular toppings.
If we write Japan,
I know. Don't.
is that going to come across as incredibly ignorant?
Yes, but what I've learnt from this game, and having lost to someone who guesses ignorantly all the time, I would say go with the most obvious answer. Oh, really? I've overthought it.
Reveal your answers in 3, 2, 1.
Thailand.
Japan.
Okay, why?
I'm basic.
What makes you think Japan?
It is giving okonomiyaki vibes. It tastes like the flavors you'd find in Japanese food, and my brain did go to Southeast Asia.
Thailand?
Yeah, I started Japanese, but then similar flavours, the dried fish, sriracha, led me to Thailand.
Well, I can tell you that it's the highlands of Da Lat, which puts us in Vietnam.
Oh!
Which means that at 2,277 miles away, James, Japan it is not, Mike, 614 miles away, you take the point.
I was writing Vietnam and crossed it
Were
out
you?
and put Thailand.
Oh.
So it's Vietnamese rice paper is the official
Of
sort
course.
of term for the rice paper. The dish, and I'm going to apologise in advance, is called Ban Trung Nuong.
Yeah,
and I couldn't have told you
made a
that
good shout there.
because ban and banh mi is something we're very familiar with when it
Yeah.
comes to Vietnamese cuisine. So yeah, that is a Vietnamese rice paper pizza. Well, boys, the final question I have to ask you: the Vietnamese rice paper pizza, is it phenomenal?
It's got nothing to do.
Or is it just a rice paper cut to the heart?
I like it.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, thanks, James, playing the game, even though you're losing 5-3 as we go into the final round.
Does that mean I can't get it? No, I can get it back.
If you get this right,
If I get it bang
if
on.
you get this right,
You need a bully.
Wow.
this is our final pizza. Lift the cloche.
That's such a lovely time so far.
Me too.
Food-wise and game-wise. Whoa, peanuts. Oh, is that citrus fruit?
Is it banana or citrus fruit?
Give it a slice.
Well, I've got
Give
no
it a
bloody
taste.
chance, have I?
Why not? You just got to get
Because
it
it's a
bang on.
banana and peanut pizza.
And you need to get this one bang on. Sorry, bang on.
So, boys, this is Tropisk pizza. Typically, it's a mild cheese base with ham or chicken. You've got some lovely ham on that one. Then banana slices, and then a sprinkling of curry powder or curry sauce. As is the case with probably all of the pizzas that we've tasted today, there are different variations across the country. Each pizzeria will do it slightly differently. They'll add their own speciality. This one's got peanuts. Banana and curry, how's that going?
Banana and curry, good. Banana, curry, cheese and tomato still sound like they work. They're just taking me longer to get my head round.
So they say that this is, sweet meets spicy, and the creaminess of the banana is offset by the spiciness of the curry powder or the curry sauce. So you kind of get that warm, exotic kick to it. And then you get, obviously, the saltiness of the ham as well.
It's just really peculiar.
I like it.
You like it?
I do like it.
It's been likened to this country's version of the Hawaiian pizza, ham and pineapple.
I was going to say, why is no one talking about banana and pizza? Surely controversial.
However, incredibly popular in this country.
Still can't quite work out whether I like it or not. I'm confused by it, but I don't know why I'm confused by it, because the flavours work.
I think the peanuts are actually are making it not as nice. And the banana is actually really nice.
The banana and curry powder is amazing.
But the peanuts are kind of masking the whole thing because they're quite strong.
If you get a bit of the ham, the saltiness actually really helps with the banana as well.
So this combo was supposedly created by an Italian immigrant in the 1970s. I can tell you that this country's pizzerias are famously experimental. Other options are kebab pizzas, taco pizzas, even pizzas topped with béarnaise sauce.
I've got 2 countries in mind.
Have you? I haven't got any.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, well, I need you to write down a country. James, you need to get this exactly right to take the win.
I'm gonna commit.
I'm gonna have to justify this guess.
I actually have genuine justifications.
Right then, reveal your answers in 3, 2, 1.
India.
Germany.
Oh, that's a good guess.
You thinking?
I thought like Netherlands and around there.
So you thought Netherlands, you wrote down India.
Yeah, because actually my answer came from nothing to do with this. It actually came from something I heard Kush say once, which was, wouldn't it be funny if I crowbarred an Indian food into each of these episodes moving forward and wait for someone to work it out?
Well, this is absolutely...
Why Germany?
Places like Berlin, famous for kebabs, for doner kebabs, right? And you said they do a kebab pizza. Also, I think they're quite experimental with that kind of thing. Currywurst is also a thing, so like all the flavours make sense.
That's such good logic.
The meat, obviously they're famous also for pork and their meat joints and cuts.
This is a really
plays
great
lot.
answer.
So like, it was that or kind of like, I thought maybe like kind of South African-esque flavours.
Mike, you are 3,877 miles away. James, you are 504 miles
well
away.
played.
This is from Sweden.
Sweden.
Wow,
Sweden.
would never have guessed that.
Famously experimental with their pizza flavours. and this was created by an Italian immigrant to Sweden in the 1970s. He was a restaurateur called Vince Catita, and he thought it would be fun.
That is wild. Like, there is nothing pointing towards Sweden.
So the sweet and savoury element together is very much a Scandi thing, and so that's one of the bits that could have put you in the right direction.
No way.
But the actual flavours themselves, I think, are definitely a little bit wayward from Sweden. And it's considered a comfort food classic in Sweden.
Well done, the Swedes. Well done, the Mikes.
Well, at the end of that, Mike, you didn't get that point, but you did win overall with 5 points to 4. Over to you in the comments below. Have you seen any of these pizzas before? And what other pizzas from around the world should we be trying next?